My topic is on Eisenhower's New Look strategy. So, President Dwight Eisenhower, he was president from 1953 all the way to 1961. He was also a World War II general. He commanded the Allied landing in North Africa in 1942, as well as was a commander for D-Day in 1944. He had a sweeping victory in the presidential elections of 1952, and he had the popular slogan, "I like Ike." One of his main concerns at that time was about the Cold War. He thought that it was sucking the funds and that our defense strategy was not good and not where it should have been. So, one of his first moves as president was to reevaluate America's defense strategy. This led him to come up with the New Look strategy, which basically was made a priority on using heavy reliance on nuclear weapons instead of conventional forces. To him, these nuclear weapons promised security at a reasonable price. This strategy went into effect in 1953. It had 4 elements: to maintain vitality of the U.S. economy, to use nuclear weapons to deter communists, and to make use of the CIA and strengthen relationships with our allies. These policies were aimed towards getting more bang for your buck, which was a quote that Eisenhower coined. So he also cut spending on conventional forces in order to raise the budget for nuclear weapons. He also increased the budget for the Air Force as well. Eisenhower had more experience in foreign affairs than his predecessor Harry Truman, and many believe that's why he did so much better than Truman did. Eisenhower believed that the economic cost of the Cold War was too high and that it needed to be brought substantially down, or our economy was going to be ruined. His presidential campaign, in fact, was built on cutting the war costs and on bringing the Korean War to an end, which he also thought was cutting our funds. He started hinting his wanting to use nuclear weapons in speeches in order to try and he was basically bluffing to try and get China and Korea to seek negotiations with him, which this bluff ended up working. China and Korea did end up seeking negotiations. However, no formal peace treaty was signed, and Korea remains divided to this day. So, Eisenhower chose not to maintain the army and navy power that we had had previously throughout all of our wars, and along with investing in nuclear, he also invested heavily in air power, more specifically the Strategic Air Command. He believed that this defense could be built for a lower cost than our conventional forces could. And overall, his New Look strategy helped the American economy and saved us lots of money in the end. Thanks.